For some, SuperCity, USA is a place where the greats of the sports world contend for honor, recognition, and victory.
In the 1980s, Detroiters found joy in the sports team's successes. The Detroit Tigers' 1984 World Series win and the Pistons' late-decade rise to the NBA prominence brought the city together in celebration. Additionally, the emergence of techno music energized Detroit's nightlife, further enhancing the city's vibrant culture. Beneath Detroit's industrial success lies a history of racism towards Asians. In the 20th century, Asian immigrants faced hostility, seen as economic competitors and the cultural outsiders. This prejudice was fueled by global conflicts like World War II and the Vietnam War, which amplified stereotypes and scapegoating. These tensions reveal the city's broader struggles with systemic racism, reflecting challenges that persist beneath its diverse surface.
Married. You know what I hate, Mike?
What's that, Ron?
Japanese people.
Oh, yeah.
Speak of the devil, what the hell are you doing in my bar, Masahiro?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Hey, you got a problem with my friend?
Yeah, him and his people have been coming over, and they're taking away jobs from people like my friend right here. Listen, we're not even from Japan. We're Chinese. And
I don't care what the hell you are. If it looks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a goddamn duck.
Hey,
Now
settle down.
get the hell out of my bar.
Hey, we have just as much of a right to beer as you do. We don't want to start any problems here.
You don't have any rights
Boys,
in the world.
boys, let's break it up. We might as well take it outside.
Can't believe you got me kicked out of the bar. You
I didn't do anything.
Hey.
Vincent Chin was a Chinese-American draftsman living in Detroit during the early 1980s, a period marked by economic downturns in the U.S. auto industry. This decline led to a rising anti-Asian sentiment, as many Americans blamed Japanese competition for domestic job losses. On June 19, 1982, while celebrating his upcoming wedding, Chin was brutally attacked by two white men, Ronald Evans and Michael Nitz, who mistakenly believed he was Japanese. They blamed him for the challenges facing the American auto industry. Despite the severity of their crime, both men received lenient sentences, each fined $3,000 with no prison time. This miscarriage of justice ignited a nationwide outcry, galvanizing the Asian American community and its allies. Activists, led by figures like Helen Zia, formed organizations such as American Citizens for Justice to demand civil rights and legal reforms. The movement that emerged from Chin's tragic death marked a pivotal moment in Asian American history, fostering solidarity across diverse ethnic groups and raising awareness about racial violence and discrimination. It underscored the urgent need for legal protections against hate crimes leaving an enduring legacy in the ongoing fight for justice and equality.
Good day. Today we have the case of Ronald Evans and Michael Nitz against the state of Michigan. The accused are accused of the wrongful death and murder of Vincent Chin. Turn it over to the defense counsel to ask some questions.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Choi, can you explain to us what happened that night?
We were at the club for his bachelor party. He was getting married to Vicky soon. That was his fiance, and we were just having some drinks, and these two men walked in. They started harassing us and trying to hit us. And once the one of the workers kicked us out, we went outside and we tried to get away, and they started chasing us with bats, and I was on the ground and I couldn't stop him. They started hitting Vincent over and over, and then I didn't know what to do. But these men, they killed him in front of me, and I want to see them locked up.
And do you have any previous relations with Mr. Evans or Mr. Nitz?
No, we had never seen them before until that night. They said they thought we were Japanese, and Japanese people were stealing their jobs or something, and we tried to explain that we're not even Japanese, and we're Chinese-American, and we are American. They didn't listen, but no, we had never met them before that night.
At the end of this trial, both of the defendants have pled guilty to the charge of manslaughter.
No! Vincent should be avenged.
I, the Honorable Charles Kaufman, order the defendants to each pay a $3,000 fine and to be given 3 years probation.
Vincent! Your Honor, they should be sentenced to jail time.
I will hear nothing of this subject.
The court verdict in the murder of Vincent Chin was a profound moment of injustice that catalyzed a civil rights movement within the Asian American community. In 1982, after Chin was brutally beaten to death by Ronald Evans and Michael Nitz in a racially charged attack, the case went to court. Despite the severity of the crime, the two men were convicted of manslaughter rather than murder and sentenced to just 3 years of probation and a $3,000 fine, with no prison time. The judge, Charles Kaufman, justified the lenient sentence by stating that the men were not likely to offend again. This decision outraged Asian Americans, who saw it as a glaring example of systemic racism and the devaluation of Asian lives in the United States. The verdict became a rallying point for a national movement advocating for racial justice and equal treatment under the law. Asian American communities, many of whom had previously been fragmented by ethnic and linguistic differences, came together to demand accountability. Organizations like the American Citizens for Justice were formed to fight for Vincent Chin and others who faced racial violence. Protests, vigils, and campaigns were organized, drawing support from diverse racial and ethnic groups. The movement also helped amplify Asian American voices in broader civil rights landscape, pushing for stronger hate crime laws and greater representation. Vincent Chin's case remains a symbol of the ongoing struggle against racism and the importance of collective action in the fight for justice.
He said, here comes the big boss. Let's get it on. We took a bow and made a stand. Started swaying with the hand. A sudden motion made me skip. Now we're into a brand new trip. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. But they did it with expert timing. Oh yeah. Keep on. Sure enough, it was kung fu fighting. Those kids were fast as lightning. In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Make sure you have expert timing. Kung fu fighting. Hands and feet, fast as lightning.
Vincent Chin was a Chinese-American.
Talk normal. Stop!